Hey, what's up you guys, Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more of The 100. This is Season 7, Episode 5. Yeah, how are we all doing today? Good, bad? Okay? I just took the rest of last week off for, like, my mental health, because it was not good. I'm so at the moment. Yeah. Hopefully this week is better than last week. Yeah, let's go over the comments. I think you have the right mindset and perspective to really enjoy this. What? I think you have to have the right mindset and perspective to really enjoy this season. It's different, but that's not a bad thing. I really hope you start to enjoy it more. Bob, well, see, here's the thing. It's like, when you watch the beginning of the show, and then you watch this season of the show, it's so vastly different. It's like a complete different shift. Tonal shift and everything. So, I don't know. I think I've been thinking about this for, like, the past week. And I think the best way I can explain it is basically, it does feel like a different show. And it's a show that I didn't necessarily sign on for. Like, don't get me wrong, I mean, you know, traveling to different planets, it's a fun thing. I mean, I watch Stargate, I enjoy Stargate, but that's the thing, I signed on to Stargate knowing the premise. Well, after watching a couple episodes, knowing the premise. But, like, they've changed the premise of the show entirely. It is no longer a show about surviving on the ground. It is a show about that, and then there's the stuff about jumping from planets and stuff, which I think is so bizarrely different. It's too sci-fi for a show that is not about sci-fi. Like, think about it this way, okay? I hope I'm not spoiling Riverdale for anybody here, but I'm going to talk about Riverdale for a minute. I stopped watching the show, but I followed the show as it progressed. There was always this, like, kind of aspect to Riverdale where it was like, oh, maybe there's some kind of weird supernatural stuff, but they never confirmed anything like that until, like, all of a sudden in the most recent season they had, like, superpowers and shit like that. So it's like, it's like, they were one thing and then they just changed to another, and it's not the show that I personally fell in love with. I loved the concept, like the, you know, the infighting of the Grounders, and, you know, who's gonna be the commander. Like, those were the most interesting parts of the show, which is really bizarre, because I think, like, I guess technically those are the political sides of the show. But, like, I just don't find the, like, heavy sci-fi aspects to it all that interesting. And I don't know if I'm alone in that, but that's just how I feel. I just feel like it's a show that I signed on, like, I didn't sign on for. You know what I mean? It just feels like it's too different, I think. I don't know. Bob asked for some time off, so that's why Bellamy isn't in this season that much. What is up with that? There's so many shows where, like, the lead actor is just, like, taking time off in the last season. I can think of, like, 2 other shows, I think. They actually had to rewrite most of the season last minute because of that. Okay. Okay. Well, Clark legit tells Raven that it's okay to sacrifice a few to save the many. I liked her better when she always tried to save everyone, even if they're scary strangers from a strange planet that they don't know the culture of. Yeah, it really shows, like, that her character is, like, kind of just... I don't know. I think it's kind of devolved a little bit. like, she had, like, a lot of guilt for, like, all the people that she'd killed. And, like, now it just seems like she doesn't really care. Especially with that line. I mean, would you rather have Raven do nothing and have everyone die? I mean, no, that's not what they're saying. It's the fact that, that Clark is literally suggesting that that's what you do. Like, it just came across as no remorse kind of thing. I don't know. There is another comment here. Maybe they explain it a bit better than I do. There's other ways to say that there's no good choices. But acting like the deaths of a few don't matter in the grand scheme of things is an insensitive thing for a leader to say. And remember, they tried to use Indra's people first, reassuring her that no one would die. The Grounder culture was all about honor and self-sacrifice, and the serving of one's clan, dying a good death, as warriors would say. They should have been straightforward with Indra. Indra should have been straightforward with her people, and whoever died should have been memorialized and celebrated for their bravery. 100% agree. In previous season, Clark tried to withhold the fact that the ship wouldn't support everyone as a bunker. When the truth came out, everyone banded together to help. When it came time to choose whose lives were in the actual bunker, many people laid down their lives so that others could live. This lesson should have been learned from, and Clark should have met with all the essential personnel and explained the consequences of not getting the reactor fixed. Absolutely. You're right. Absolutely. A group of 30 people aren't going to stand around and let their friends, loved ones, and village of children die. Clark had another choice other than to just decide who's worthy of dying so that many can live. Even if they didn't have the time to create more Nightbloods to reduce chances of volunteers dying, there was still enough time to get everyone gathered and select volunteers. Absolutely. These two idiots, they walk into a radiated room with zero protection. One of them is wearing a fucking dress, for crying out loud. These are the people Raven appointed to watch over the nuclear reactor. Triple facepalm. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yep, that is Small Volstar Girl. I'd recognize that face anywhere. I bet you would. You think I don't remember? I do. Sorry. I meant to freak everyone out. Also, I think my mic might be peaking today. I don't really know. I just updated my OBS, so you guys can let me know if there's something wrong. I don't really know until the recording's over, so. Why is she believing in false gods? You'd think she'd know better. Yes. True. For a little while, they had Raven walking around like nothing happened by way of being part of Ali's followers, but she got off that quick and went back to having a bad leg. The writers could have made the character figure out a way to fix herself, but instead, her bad leg has become part of her character. I feel that's something we rarely see on TV. Exactly. I'm glad that, like, it's an affected, like, it's a thing that a character has kind of lost, and they've lost it for the whole show. Like, how often in TV shows do you have, like, a character go blind for, like, a season? Or, like, you know, paralyzed for, like, a season? Things need to have consequences. This dude tells Young Hope This dude tells Young Hope that for the next 10 years, it's just him and her. So you mean to tell me that these people are sending their prisoners or whatever one at a time? Yeah, that is true. Do they just have like one prisoner every 10 years? I don't know. That sounds like such a waste of a planet. It's possible that they're sending them. No. they would have to send them to that spot. I don't know, I had a thought for a second that maybe they're sending them to a different point in the planet, but that's kind of where the Stargate is. Sorry, the anomaly. Yeah, that sounds like such a waste of a planet. Construct a large prison area on a planet and send a fuck ton of people there for rehab. Seems so much more efficient to me. I mean, isn't that what the show began with, though? Like, sending 100 delinquents to the ground? How well did that turn out, eh? Alright, I'm gonna just say it, because this shit's been bothering me for years. Yeah, I remember this shit, because it's that bad. Hope's haircut looks cool. Hope's haircut looks all kinds of fucked up. Yeah. Given the anomaly was already part of the... you know what? I came to a conclusion as to why she probably cut her hair. Both of them. And it might be so that they can just put the helmets on, no problem, with no hair hanging out, maybe. But that doesn't really make sense either, because I feel like TV shows don't really do that. So, why did they both cut their hair? I don't understand. Given that the anomaly was already part of the story last season, why only now are we seeing these people show up in Sanctum? Wouldn't Russell and them have known about them, spoken to them, have them show up now if it was kind of shoehorned in, added for the sake of having a new storyline to fill in a new season? The creator... Oh, that was an accent. The creator said he had a definite end vision of the show since the beginning, but this feels like a sudden addition that I doubt was part of his original vision. Well, if we're to be believed, it was rewritten last minute, I guess. I don't know. I want one of those helmets. Full augmented reality, virtual reality display telling you information about everything you're looking at and showing cool visuals of space and stuff. Count me in. I think... I don't know, I feel like it would be very heavy on the head. I have a hard time believing Echo would lose a fight against a crazy old Looney Tune, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. I saw this while I was prepping the intros for the edits. Echo cut her hair. It looks really meh. Hope's hair, I'd almost say it's an improvement, but it's so short. It's more like she went from one fucked up haircut to another fucked up haircut. Just why would you get rid of your beautiful long locks like that? Okay, major flaw, slits. In the design of those helmets, they don't allow for you to see someone else wearing one while they're cloaked. I mean, Raven would be dead if they'd have seen her, but still. Also, their reaction time is super slow, or Raven is the fastest shooter ever.
TV show's got a TV show.
Why is the anomaly all of a sudden inside the Anomaly Stone cave on Sanctum? Before this, people had to walk through a large version of the anomaly outside. Why all of a sudden the change? I don't know. Okay, Rave. Also, yeah, people had to go through, like, their own, like, trauma visions or whatever. I don't know. Okay, Raven, don't be stupid. You just said this one looks fun and chose the one that clearly looks like an ice planet. I'd have chosen any other option over that. I mean, I'm all about snowball fights, but having them on an ice planet, hard pass. Well, you know, to be fair, she grew up in space. Jordan, ladies and gentlemen, Clark Griffin has left the planet. There better not be any buttons to push or levers to pull on that ice planet. I'm mad on the whole Echo screwing over the Looney Tune dude to get to Bellamy. She's trying to get the person on people she loves and is willing to go to extreme lengths to do it. I'd do the same. I just think it kind of undoes her character a little bit. I don't know, I really like Echo as a character and the way that she's developed over the seasons. I really don't like Echo this season though. At least not that episode. Yeah, that just kind of hurt. I like her. And that hurt me. Anyways, let's get into the episode. 45 days ago. Okay. Seems to be lots of different stories going on as well. Like, it's almost like, I don't know. Again, I'm watching Lost at the moment, and it's like all these different stories happening at the same time. It's interesting that it's been like 45 days. Like, think about the fact that season 1 only happened over like 30 days. The timelines on this show are whack all of a sudden.
We have a visual on level B. Level 2, squad A. Visual contact.
What? Why would that open for you? How did you get out? How lucky do you have to be? Ow. Oh.
Welcome to Bardo.
Letting Russell live is how we keep the peace.
Keeping our deal is too.
Are you threatening me?
If I was, what could you do about it without an army?
I mean, she's pretty damn competent at fighting.
This should be good.
I asked for Clark.
You got me. What do you want?
On behalf of the faithful, I demand the release of Russell Prime.
We already spared his life today. That's as far as we're willing to go.
Russell Prime is a being of divine love, yet you keep him in chains, like one of the prisoners you pollute our home with.
Guys are weird.
All any of us wants is peace. Russell wants that too.
We had peace, and we won't rest until we get back everything you've stolen from us.
So you defy the will of your God.
No, we obey. We
That's
won't
not
take arms
obeying.
against our
Obeying.
enemies.
Oh my god.
We'll sacrifice
I'm really
our
bad at
lives
English
for
today.
peace. One by one, every hour until his release.
Trey, don't be a fool.
Will you release Russell Prime?
I told you, that's not going to happen.
For the glory and the grace of the Primes.
Okay, you're an idiot, lady.
How does it feel to know they're willing to die for your freedom?
Awful.
Liar. You put them up to this.
Why would I tell my followers to kill themselves when they're the
I mean,
only thing
they are
preventing
doing what you
from
like.
killing me?
It is a plan
Okay, so
still.
maybe we let him. What? Am I the only one who sees this as a solution and not a problem? If the faithful are the only reason we're keeping this son of a bitch alive, then I say we live and let die.
Or you could free me. Send me in, I'll talk them down.
No. From now on, we dictate terms.
We can't just let them burn themselves alive.
We won't. Russell isn't the only prime in sync.
But make a psychiatric unit.
More and more, you can barely walk.
I'm okay.
Like, people are clearly not there in the head.
You said she was fine.
She will be. Recovery from radiation exposure doesn't always progress in a straight line.
And Murphy, how is he?
Cleared for duty.
Fine. But the others better come back soon because I'm getting tired of being the hero.
Who are you? Mr. Levitt asked you a question. Who are you?
None of your damn business.
I don't know that voice. What the hell is Damien Dark doing here?
Memory capture uses a laser-guided neural interface. If you're not careful, it can lobotomize you.
She doesn't even understand.
He's in everything.
Get on with it.
What the hell?
We do things a certain
That's so weird.
This is routine then. Is that it? Just another standard disciple psych evaluation. We found two seemingly human, clearly dangerous individuals living on our prison planet. How did they get there? How many more of them are there? What do they know about the stones? Ask.
There's nothing to be afraid of as long as you cooperate. Let's try this path. You're in an endless desert with a vast purple sky. A hand reaches out for your own. Whose is it? Good. Your neural link is engaged.
Show me.
Hologram mode.
I'm not giving you anything.
Dial up the frequency.
Sir, that could damage you. Daniel Prime.
Self-immolation, Trey. Really? Don't you think that's a tad excessive? A kid? Are you out of your mind? Get out of my way. Move! Step away from the boy.
I like his reaction here. It's good.
Is this your kid? Now you want him to die?
No, sir. Of course, if it serves the glory and the grace of the bride.
It doesn't. I'm out of here. The rest of the children come with me. Now.
You should all be ashamed of yourselves.
Open the door. So we meet again. Bet you're wondering why I never called.
Zeph, what are you doing?
Name the 4 pillars of sanctum.
How dare you try to test me?
He doesn't know.
Of course I do.
Repent. Renew. Restore. Rebirth.
Thank you, Trey. Now open the door.
Pillar 3 is rejoice, not restore. And we will when we watch you burn.
Oh my god, you guys are crazy.
Tell me about this John Murphy. Is he family? Friend? Lover?
Please just let me in. If I don't give Anders something soon, they'll replace me with someone that'll burn their way right through your head. I'm trying not to do that, okay? I hope by now you can trust me.
Get back here.
It's penance. Octavia, stop. Just relax. Who is she? Octavia, if she's still on penance.
Skyring, you idiot.
I like that. You do know that in the time you've been here, years have passed for her.
You have to let me go. Please. I need to get back to her. I'm begging.
I have
So I'm
orders.
guessing this is all before she comes back.
I'll cooperate. Leave her out of your report and let me go back to her. I'll show you everything.
Deal.
Redemption is the thing that she. So this is after she's come back, not before.
Yes.
Sorry, it's just, you're amazing.
I'm a killer. Nothing more.
It's not true. I've just spent 3 days in your head. Maybe you lost your way somewhere, but you've sacrificed so much for the people you love. Even as a child forced to hide under the floor. You were terrified, but you never made a sound because you knew that if they found you, they'd punish Bellamy and kill your mother. You're not a killer, Octavia. You're a warrior, to be sure, but your heart is pure.
Wait till you meet Blood Arena.
First, let's get back to Clark.
And her journey that day. Our time's not up yet. Anders can wait. And if not, he can go float himself.
Get her out of that chair. Now! What are you doing to her?
Dio doesn't know. We need him.
Let's hope.
He's gonna help us save her. We need him. And you.
Okay, so this is before she comes back through the anomaly, but that vision thing with the redemption wasn't that after that? So that hasn't happened in her memories yet, I don't think.
Where's my mother? Take us to her.
Show me the star map.
Are you shivering?
Something's wrong. That said, all I have to do is think it.
Sanctum, I presume.
Yes.
Unlike Dev, I actually do know everything. I hope you weren't in trouble when you left. Thanks to time dilation, despite the years you've spent on Skyring and the length of your stay here, you'll be returning at almost the same time. As soon as I touch this, the bridge will open and people will know. Give her your helmet.
What? Why?
So she doesn't lose her memory. It's a side effect of jumping to a slower time-dilated planet. She'll forget everything from the moment she left to the moment she returns. She'll forget you.
I need the helmet to ghost. Without it, I can't get Mom.
Even with the helmet, you could still get caught, and I won't be able to help you.
Wait, I have an idea. So it still works. Look here and try not to blink. The eyes are the windows to the soul. We need to tattoo her code onto your back.
If you're right, she won't remember what it means.
One problem at a time, okay? We have to do this now. Easy, easy.
What if she doesn't see it?
It's the only place big enough. Believe it or not, it used to fit on a Bardoman's arm. Success rate's a little dodgy, though. 8 out of 10 times it's safe. The other 2 times, oh, not so much.
Cool way to get a tattoo. Can I get one like that?
Thank you.
Of course.
For your own good, it can't look like you helped us.
Levitt, open the bridge.
On it.
Oh, I'm so sorry I never came back for you. But you're strong. I can see it. Your mother will be so proud. I love you, little one. Don't you ever forget it.
Octavia, you need to go.
Well, that explains why she doesn't remember.
Never make it. You need to go too.
I have to try.
No, you don't understand. They'll have helmets too. Then.
For all mankind, he will save us from the war to end all wars.
Present. Okay, but it's not showing us what happened after that.
Here comes
I
the
don't like
retrieval
that.
team. Took them long enough.
Echo, what the hell are you doing?
It wasn't me.
Without Orlando, we don't need to take unnecessary risks.
Leaving Orlando was the unnecessary risk. Echo, enough!
Hope, take the conductor.
It's too much.
Focus, we're on the clock.
We drilled for 5 years. We have 30 minutes to get to the cell block, get our people, and get back here before shift change. With Orlando opening the doors,
The hair's too short. Why did they do that?
Hurry.
Look, we all know this can't be done without an inside man.
We have an inside man.
Let's first take a moment to acknowledge our newest class of level 9s. You've each demonstrated impressive devotion to the Shepherd. Our predecessors on this planet did not share that faith. Like our ancestors on Earth, they destroyed their world. Even before they were wiped out by Gen 9 and turned into crystal giants, their atmosphere was so polluted they were forced to build forests underground in order to breathe. Even the rain that should fall from the sky falls instead by their technology. For that, we thank them. But where are they now? We know that by the time the Shepherd delivered us with the stone, the Bardoans were gone, extinct. Why is that?
They didn't have the shepherd.
No, they didn't, did they? They
Said the stone delivered them.
didn't have faith.
So they weren't
lost
allegiance.
their last great war.
It was a stone on Earth.
That same enemy is coming after us. But in the light of the Shepherd, we will not lose.
That means Orlando didn't tell us everything. We should go.
Where's hope?
We've located the key. After hundreds of years, it has returned to us. Ours is the generation that will win the last war!
Hope, you're on a mission. Are you out of your mind?
We fight this fight for all mankind!
I know how you feel. What is it this time? We don't fail.
You're bleeding.
Okay. So we are still seeing it. Good.
What happened to her? Who did this?
Wasn't us, sir. No one's been in or out for the last 24 days. She had another MCAP session with Levitt. His report should be in your system.
I've seen it. It was worthless to us.
Wait, how did she get caught,
She
though?
knows nothing about the key. Careful of this one. She turned an L7 and set free our most important asset before getting captured. Roll up her sleeve, see what's on it.
Touch me, and I won't do your bidding.
Oh, I think you will. Your mother's life depends on it. And that is not a weapon we gave you. It's a tagging device. This is what happens when you value individuals above the collective.
It's called love, you son of a bitch. It's why Dev turned.
That's why you're a prisoner. Dressed like a savage, so you can get close enough to stick that blade into Auntie O and bring her back to me.
Why do you care about her?
I don't. I care about Clark. She's the key to everything.
Of course.
Hope. I couldn't get out of it. He has my mother. I'm so sorry, Octavia.
Octavia, what's happening? Oh.
It feels kind of weird that she would turn on Octavia like that to bring her in. For her mum. When like both of them are kind of like her mum.
Hello, Miss Blake.
I don't know, man.
Be thankful you came back in one piece. Get her to medical. I want her back in MCAP by the end of the day. We're not finished yet.
Russell, Kaylee, hallowed be your names.
Hallowed be your name.
Silence, false god.
False god.
Yes, this man is an imposter. It's not Daniel Prime.
I wasn't speaking to you.
It's the truth, my lord. Daniel Prime and I were close. This man didn't recognize me. He couldn't even name the fourth pillar.
I should tear your tongue through your throat for that.
Russell, get to the point.
Daniel, Kaylee, and I are the last of the Primes. Just tonight, he gave me his blood so that this body would live after one of the Fallen tried to take my life. I love him like a son. Now release him!
Certainly took you long enough.
Had to find the right dress.
You did.
My. What foolish little lambs you are. The last thing I want is for all of you to die. In the same night your uprising stayed my execution, you thought it wise to sacrifice yourselves? You're the only thing keeping me alive.
Please, forgive us, Russell.
You want forgiveness? Then show me your fealty.
Anything. Just tell me what to do.
Kneel. All of you, kneel.
Is she like seeing Shade Hater?
Indra, what's wrong? I've heard that before.
That's better. Now go home and pray on your sins.
Good show. You're welcome.
Be like tree chopper honor you, Loga.
Sasin and I reap by clean.
Escort Russell Prime back to the lab.
Oh, what a transition. I like that transition.
I wanna in. You should have done gone kneel a time. I done take tree crew down.
Time so that get her in. I non two done slip down on a bread header. Time in on. Sway. I name out Don Gon Nila. And Don Gon Quinlan. And I.
You know what happens if you make me a martyr.
Yes. The same thing that happens if anyone finds out who you are. Only then, as the people riot for the loss of their god, I can slit your throat. I might not be able to kill you, but I can make sure when I do, you don't come back.
Death to Primes. For the pain.
No. Let him feel it. For Abby.
It's Yo. It's me.
Her brother. Where is he? Show me. Or I take an eye.
I'm not afraid.
Hey, big brother.
Let her go, right now. We can't do that. These good men who you killed brought you here from Sanctum for a reason. Let the conductor go. And then we can talk.
Her first.
There's no other way out of this for you, Mr. Blake.
Open the bridge and send him back to Sanctum. I'll tell you everything you want to know, even about Clark.
The hell are you talking about?
Sir, you can't. The ship. Shut up!
Belle, it's okay. I can't let you die to save me. Jump through.
No way. Not without you.
I do the shepherd's bidding for all mankind.
Follow me, get down!
Excuse me? No. Look, they're not gonna have him in like 30 seconds of one episode in the last season. I don't think so. No.
That can't be real. Is that real?
I'll buy it.
Time's up. They know we're here. Echo, I'm sorry about Bellamy, but we need to take him as a hostage. Echo. Echo.
Oh my.
Echo, no, we need him.
No, I don't like this for her character. Man, they're really making her unlikable again. I don't like that. I mean, I get it, but like, compartmentalize, please. Hey, what's up, you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up, and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Yeah, I really don't like what they're doing with Echo this season. She was such a good character. I really liked her, and I don't like that she's become like this enraged character that's just desperate to find her love. Like, I don't like it. Like, that's not all Echo was. She was more than just Bellamy's girlfriend. I don't know. I don't like it. Like, she just screwed up their, like, plan entirely. I don't know. Yeah, so Damien Dark's in this show. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.